Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Lawade. Today is 19th of May 2022 and the topic for the today's video is multi-threading in Java. This is my first or original video in this topic. So let's begin with multi-threading in Java. So before that, firstly we will see what is the thread in Java. So a thread is a lightweight subprocess, the smallest unit of a processing. It is a separate path of execution. Threads are independent. If there occurs exception in one thread, it doesn't affect other threads. It uses a shared memory area. Now we will see how to create a thread in Java. So basically there are two ways to create a thread. So the first way is by extending the thread class, and the second way is by implementing the runnable interface. So we will see the first way, that is the thread creation by extending the thread class. So we create a class that extends the java.language.thread class. This class overrides the run method which is available in the thread class. Thread begins its life inside run method. We create an object of our new class and call start method to start the execution of a thread. So the start invokes the run method on the thread object. Now the second way is the thread creation by implementing the runnable interface. So we create a new class which implements the java.language.runnable interface, and which overrides the run method. Then we instantiate a thread object and call the start method on this object. Now we will see what is a thread class. So the thread class provides constructors and method to create and perform operation on a thread. Thread class extends the object class and implements the runnable interface. Now there are some commonly used method of the thread class. So we will see it one by one. So the first method is public void run, which is used to perform action for a thread. Then the second is public void start, which starts the execution of the thread. The JVM calls the run method on the thread. Now the next is public void sleeping, that is long milliseconds, causes the currently executing thread to sleep temporarily, cease execution for the specified number of milliseconds. Now then the next method is public void join, which waits for a thread to die. Then the public void join having parameter long milliseconds, which waits for a thread to die for a specified millisecond. Then the next method is public int get priority, which returns the priority of the thread. Then public int set priority, which changes the priority of the thread. Then the next method is public string get name, which returns the name of the thread, and the public void set name, which changes the name of the thread. And the last is public thread current thread, which returns the reference of a currently executing thread. Now we will see the life cycle of a thread. So in Java, a thread always exists in any of the following state, that is in new, in active, in block or waiting, in time waiting, or terminated. Now we will see some of the states of the different threads are. The first is new. Whenever a new thread is created, it is always in the new state. For a thread in the new state, the code has not been run yet and thus has not begun its execution. Now then the next state is active state. When thread invokes the start method, it moves from the new state to the active state. The active state contains two states within it. The one is runnable and the other is running. Now we will see the two states of active state, that is runnable. Thread that is ready to run is then moved to the runnable state. In the runnable state, the thread may be running or may be ready to run at any given instance of a time. It is the duty of the thread scheduler to provide the thread time to run, that is moving the thread the running state. Now the next is running. When the thread gets the CPU, it moves from the runnable to the running state. Generally, the most common change in the state of a thread is from runnable to running and again back to runnable. Now, then the next part is multi-threading in Java, which is our topic. So the multi-threading in Java is a process of executing multiple threads simultaneously. Thread is a lightweight sub-process, the smallest unit of the processing. Multiprocessing and multi-threading both are used to achieve multitasking. However, we use multi-threading than multiprocessing because thread use a shared memory area. They don't allocate separate memory area, so it serves memory, and the context switching between the thread takes less time than process. Now, the applications of multi-threading is used in games, animation, etc. Now we will see the advantages of Java multi-threading. So the first advantage is that it doesn't block the user because threads are independent, and we can perform multiple operations at the same time. Then the second advantage is that we can perform many operations together, so it saves the time. And the third is threads are independent, so it doesn't affect other threads if an exception occurs in a single thread. So this is all about the multi-threading in Java. Thank you.